I was changing gesture mid picture.
Man.
My hand is not fucking stable enough for that. All right, it's fine.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Fangame Marathon. We have the Soundodger 2 showcase with Iffy returning from last year. What's up, Iffy?
Hi, Fangame Marathon. What's up? Yeah, we're going to be doing another user level showcase this year. We got some cool new levels and some older levels that we didn't get to show off last time. Just a whole lot of fun that we want to show off to you guys. And I'm being joined by 4 of the people who will be doing the talking for me. And they're all in the same room if they want to introduce themselves and talk about that.
Sure, I'll start off since we are currently at my residence. My name is Veil. I am one of the community moderators for the Soundodger community. I've been around here for a little bit, not as long as some of the people that are sitting right next to me. And I don't really have much else to say about myself.
It's my turn. What's up, y'all? I'm HangyKing. I have made some Soundodger 2 levels. That's about it. I'm a big fan of this game.
Hi, I'm azuretone. I am a level creator and tournament organizer for Soundodger 2. And I've been part of the community for a while now. It's great to see this game run again in the marathon.
And I am BirdHusband. I am also a creator for the game. Just a creator. I haven't really been involved in any other activities, such as the tournaments and moderating. But yeah, I've been a part of this community for a long time, and yeah, there is really not much else to add. Let's get to it.
All right, so yeah, the general gist of this game, this is a bullet hell game with a heavy emphasis on music. Usually levels are focused entirely around the music, and yeah, I think we're just going to get started, and I'll have my commentators try to explain more of the basics of the game as we go. So let's get started on the first level, Broadcast by Alpha Centauri and Vendetta Band. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
We'll go. All right, so this is Broadcast by Vendetta Band and Alpha Centauri, as you heard earlier. Do we want to explain mechanics, or do we want to explain how this level came to be? How do we want to do it?
Probably mechanics would be a good place to start.
All right. So you got the cursor on screen, dodging sounds. See these plus bullets right now. They're choreographed to the music, as you can probably hear. So you're just trying to dodge them. It's it's fun music bullet hell. That's what this game's all about.
Yeah, levels are usually handmade, like choreographed. The creator just has an arsenal of tools at their disposal to make all these cool visual effects and such in order to sort of, make a good gameplay experience, but also represent the music that they want to in this, in this method, in this way.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than just like making tracks for other rhythm games where you just like place notes down on the grid and it works. Like there's a really fine delicate balance you have to manage with this game, and all the levels people make are so intricate and effortful. I hope you can at least appreciate that as we go along here. But yeah, wants to like maybe explain random collab.
Oh, I was going to quickly explain, I was going to quickly touch on the fact that there are multiple different bullet types that you're seeing on the screen right now. All of them different, sorts of geometric shapes. There's bubbles, there's arrows, there's ripples, which are square. There are also these dotted circles that you see every now and again. Those are hugs. You need to touch those. That's the gimmick with those. So everything else must be dodged, but hugs you have to collect before they go off screen. As well as hearts. There have been a couple of hearts in this level. Those are just a fun bonus collectible that you also have to collect.
We will see a whole lot of interesting gameplay patterns that involve hugs as we go along.
Yeah,
and hearts, because we will talk about them when when we get there, but they play a very fascinating role in tournament levels.
And everything else, really, because with all the different bullet types, you run into so many different types of structures that can be made. There are hundreds and hundreds of possibilities for how you combine all these bullets to structure a level. So you're going to find that pretty much no two level that we have in here is going to look the same.
And I see Vendetta Band has joined the chat, one of the co-creators of this level. So since she's here now, I think it's a good time to explain how Random Collab works and how this level came to be. This is one of the we do a number of events in the Soundodger community where we create levels, compete against each other. We play levels to compete against each other. So this level was made for the Random Collab event where everybody in the Soundodger community gets paired up with someone else at complete random, and you have to make a level with that person. It's always a fun time just because whenever you sign up, you're entering yourself into the pool of creators to be chosen from, and Random Collabs, they always end up making pairings of creators that you would never normally see otherwise. Like Vendetta Band and Alpha Centauri would never normally create a level together, probably, but because they got assigned to each other for Random Collab, they did.
True. And especially as someone who's been part of the community for years, it's nice to see. It's nice to just get to know some newer members of the community just through this and how they work through their process. And attentive viewers may be noticing that the scoring system is a little different. This is a mod that's we baked into the game for tournaments, and we'll explain it after the next level.
Yeah. So yeah, one hit on that. I got hit on the one part that I practiced before starting this, of course. And yeah.
That's how it goes.
You may also notice, people who know about the game may notice there's some extra things here. I decided to gatekeep the level list so that people can't see it ahead of time. But next up we have Naked by HangyKing. So let's get into it.
Wow, I wonder who that is.
So why don't you talk about your level?
Yeah, hi Twitch chat. I made this level right here. This is a recent level that just came out. As part of one of my level packs, so I made a whole bunch of levels, packaged them together in one neat little .zip file, and then released them for the people of the world to download, play, and enjoy in that order. So yeah, this is my level is to the song "Naked" by Bickle, which, if any of you know me, I'm a huge Bickle fan. Okay, my hand is deep in the Bickle jar. I love this man. I love his music. I love everything about him. I highly encourage you to go check him out. He just released a new album this year in April. It's called Gut Feeling. Great album.
I think that's that is also one of my main motivations to make levels. I just make levels with music I love and that I want to put out there to people that may not be familiar with the artist, or back on the early days of the community, I did get a reputation for myself as the guy that made levels with all of Flume's songs, basically.
Shout out Flume.
Shout out Flume. But yeah, I think it's very cool that we have this medium to also, show off the music that we personally love.
Yeah, because while at the end of the day you are playing a level, we are showcasing music that we enjoy.
Yeah.
So this really is one of the best ways to find new music that you otherwise might not have found yourself.
On that note, Bird, I remember back in the old days of Sound Discord where we had a music recommendation spreadsheet, and a third of the people on there described had tag me and stuff that Bird would on there.
Yeah, I also had that where every single thing I made, the song was good for some reason. Y'all were glazing me like crazy there, but that's okay.
It was ethical glaze. The songs you chose were good. But yeah, on that note, I do also want to say just this game and just like trying to come up with new ideas for it is like what keeps me like listening to new music, because like it really feeds that cycle of creativity in my life. So yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, this level's really fun too.
And if any of you remember the viewing experience from last year, this song slaps.
Well, actually, this song sucks. Turn it up.
He says it in the song, so you know. So like it has to be true. That's appeal to authority.
Yeah, we're pretty much just gonna let the rest of this play out because not much else to be said. Just listen to the track; it's so good.
And enjoy the view.
Yeah. And
People in the sound Discord may know of an incident that happened in this part recently.
Do it again, I dare you.
No, no, never. Never.
Recently, while Iffy was practicing this part, he like missed one of these hugs that you have to collect and had to like zip back for it. He managed to do it.
But not this time. That's a hitless, baby.
There's a lot of crazy completions where people just do stuff that you realistically shouldn't be able to do, but you are never punished for anything you do in this game, as they all say.
All right. We said we'd explain the scoring system, so I'll go ahead and do it now. Normally you get like a 100% dodge, like, and when you get hit, the bullets that are on screen when you get hit don't count towards your score, your percentage score. That's the default scoring system, but for tournaments it tends to be very unbalanced. So what we do instead is we just do like a straight system where it subtracts all the hits you take and then adds your hearts and your grays. Lost hearts count for half a heart though. So yeah, that's the scoring system we use for tournaments, and it will be what we use here because the mod also prevents every bullet on the screen from turning around when we get hit, which is better for viewing.
Yeah,
there are some
that is the main
later
reason.
on down the line that will very, very much need that patch on to be viewable.
Like this one, Visitor
Like
to the
this
Unknown.
one.
Alright, let's go with Visitor to the Unknown by Absol Echo.
And this is a Stardew Valley soundtrack. It is part of the greater Stardew Valley OST pack, which is something that I spearheaded over the course of, oh god, how long was it?
Like a year and a half.
A year and a half almost, yeah. It was like 18 months of on and off work on 40 separate songs from the soundtrack. So this one is made by a creator who doesn't release a ton of levels, but has released only good levels, Absol.
In the chat right now, hello.
Also in the chat right now. Hello,
Absol.
I'll get a little bit more into the Stardew pack later on for certain reasons, but this was part of the second expansion, which, to clarify, the Stardew Valley pack was released in 3 waves. 10 levels for the first wave, 10 levels for the second wave, 20 levels for the third wave. We are crazy.
We're insane.
We are insane.
Joker fight.
And this was one of the levels from that third wave of levels. So this is later down the line after the pack has been out for a while. And Absol was brought on fairly late into the development of this pack, but still managed to put out what is probably one of the most memorable levels. Especially because this little thing made of homing bullets here is the awesome serpent from the Skull Caverns. If you've been there, you know. You hate them or you love them.
This section is also impossible.
This section is also impossible.
Yeah, notably
It's tighter than it looks because the hitboxes for the arrows and the homings are on the tips of the bullets, which usually lends itself to more like generous gameplay. But like in that scenario, it forces you to feel like you're going down like a really narrow corridor that just goes all around. And yeah, it's a tough section, but
yeah, it's also a little bit of a shorter one. Stardew track is mostly pretty short. All bangers, though, has to be said. No tracks from that soundtrack miss.
Absol said, I gotta change that part sometime.
Is that the worm? Yes, it is.
well, it was nice in the tournaments because I was the only one who could do it.
Alright, what do we have next?
You need to change your settings, is what is on our note sheet.
True.
So make sure you've done that.
Oh yeah.
So I actually do play on a higher frame rate to make the game smoother, but this level does not like screen tearing, so we're gonna turn on VSync for that specifically.
And this level is very different than the ones that you've seen so far, and is unique in its own right because of the way that the creator of this level, Oxy, builds, as you will see whenever you're ready to play.
Yeah, it should be very evident.
Very, very.
Yeah, so Oxy is a creator who's super into like text effects and various text wizardry, creating all sorts of weird stuff with that. We have we have these buildings coming up here. We also have a section coming up that I'm not going to spoil, but it's very cool. All this text that you see on the screen, it's all handmade, hand wrote, all that fun stuff, all hand placed. Very deliberately.
Yeah, this is
cool.
the kind of level creating style that places a lot more emphasis on visuals
For sure.
other than the gameplay. I mean, it's pretty clear to see. I'm pretty sure this is also like a pretty faithful recreation of the music video.
Yeah, this is intended to be a in-game version of the music video for this song.
Yeah. Shouts to 81.0 by 19, who is actually a musician for the main game as well. As am I. We're telling.
So yeah, here's this fun part.
Yeah, don't tell them we've made levels for this game. We're supposed to know.
They'll stop watching immediately if we know we like this game.
It's true.
Why would we ever commentate on a game that we enjoy?
Unheard of.
Yeah, that part back there was made with a bunch of weird text stuff to make it look like that first person sort of view through the pyramid. Very cool.
For just being text objects, text has to be one of the most complex things that you can do with levels, especially with regards to things like this. Because you can just place a text object down in a level and make the screen go black so it can fade out, or just change the background color, or just put lyrics on the screen. Or you can come up with actual visualizers like this. The range of stuff that you can do with text objects in the game is just so massive. None of those are real companies, by the way.
Well,
Big brands.
Has
I
to be
love
said.
them.
The showcase is not sponsored.
It could be.
I think one of them is the group that 81 released this compilation, because this is on a cool liquid drum and bass compilation.
Yeah, Orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
It gets the opening slot on that compilation, so that's how you know the song's good.
Yeah, that is.
The song does slap. It is true.
It
It
does
is a
slap.
great way to open.
Yeah, no, I love how those circles just, appear on the screen to the beat of the to the rhythm of the there is some sort of hi-hat in the background of the song, and the circles just appear on beat with that. I love that detail.
Yeah, there is a lot of care put into the effects of this level, and it's very, very evident with just how smooth that.
Oh, that was
background
hitless.
is. That is hitless.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is not one of the ones I expected to get hitless. That is a very weird level gameplay-wise. But the visuals do go hard. And going back to
And you haven't had a whole ton of time to practice today either, because you were with us at our current location for a while today. So
Yeah, I got back about 2 hours ago, had some dinner.
You were playing on the PS5.
you were playing on the
True, I was
PS5.
playing a hat in time.
I heard you playing redacted level for later on on a laptop with his mouse.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But next up, we have I'm Transmitting Tonight by Ryan Green Blue. This is a very
We are
unique
transmitting
one.
tonight.
This is a very, very different level, again, from the others we've seen. Not just because of the background, which we'll talk about a little bit here, but just because of the overall style of this level. It's basically kind of a side-scroller in a way. Everything's coming from the side and will come back. And also, I think this is a good time to talk about Secret Santa, if one of you wants to explain what that's all about.
I was going to get on that. So, along with random collab, which we saw earlier from broadcast. Another one of the events that we like to do around here is Secret Santa. Soundodger Secret Santa, where everybody submits a number of songs that they like, that they would like to see a level to, and then somebody else gets assigned that pack of songs randomly, and they create something with that pack. You know, they choose one of the songs that was sent in. This part's so cool. Sorry, I can't talk and look at this at the same time. It's very, very...
It's difficult to commentate over these levels with how much we just enjoy watching them, like, honestly.
Yeah, this has to be like one of the most memorable levels of recent time for me.
Yeah, Ryan is like newer to the community, right? Like
Yes.
he joined like around like late Soundodger 2 early access.
Okay,
Just showed up out of nowhere.
The two of us, actually.
Yeah, just like kind of showed up out of nowhere and like placed third in the Secret Santa contest. Which, by the way, didn't this contest have like 30 entries?
I think this is the one with the most submissions to date, yeah.
We had last year we had 481772, which was the winner of this very same contest. So
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I mean, besides the construction of this level being, you know, extremely unique, I also want to talk about the music. This is something this is something y'all have seen me talk about like time and time again. I just love that we can take like this ambient track. I mean, yeah, this could be considered an ambient track.
yeah.
Tim Hecker is like an ambient musician.
Yeah, like ambient / drone, and I find it really cool that you can like take this genre that wouldn't usually work in other music games, and you can just, you know, go ahead and create something very beautiful with that. I really like the versatility that this game provides, and I hope y'all can, you know, you can see that here.
Yeah, especially when you're working with a song that you didn't necessarily choose to work with. This was submitted by Waved, who is a very, very well-known name in the Soundodger community, mostly for Plus. He hasn't really been around in recent times, but...
Because he has better things to do, because
has better things to do.
he is releasing music under This Is the Glass House.
Shout out to This Is the Glass House!
But yeah, we should talk about echo background since we said we'd do that.
We should do that, yeah. So everything, as you can see here, the previous backgrounds were all, like, different in the sense that they had something going on specifically, like, they had moving parts that, like, were a set movement or something of the like. This background is not like that. It is just a pure black background, but everything's a little bit streaky, which, as the name Echo implies, is just the Echo background. Every bullet that's on screen is going to have a little trail behind it, as well as the cursor, because it's just taking, like, images of what's happening on screen and just having it slowly fade out.
I think like technically what's happening is that there's just like literally nothing as the background, so the rendering just like copies like where the bullet like last was on the screen.
Copies the whole screen, because shadow play icons do show up on there.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
But
On the nose
The tuning fork.
yeah,
No,
The
my
fork.
hug! No, it's gone!
Yep.
it's gone. Well,
it's
your
over.
hitless run's dead, unfortunately.
It's not a hitless run.
Very hitless, yeah.
Yeah, no, it would be like...
This would
It's
be
not an untrue statement.
Well,
this would be a difficult genre of level for me to do hitless in a live setting.
Oh, never mind. The
Just
fork is
lock it.
back.
Yeah, I mean the mazes are very tight
yeah.
points.
But only 3 hits, that's still very good.
3 or 4 prongs, chat. Yeah, vote now on your phones.
Do
Alright.
the chat mods and Fangame Marathon want to put like channel points on it?
Make a prediction.
Make a prediction for something you already saw.
Alright, so now we're going from a super quiet song to,
Yeah,
oh my
very-
god, holy fuck, this is so...
Let's go, dancing with your eyes closed.
Would you like to explain your level, and also the events it was part of?
I would love to. Okay. Dancing with your eyes closed. This level was made for the most recent Soundodger 2 Sound Off, which is basically our big creators tournament, not creators, players tournament that we have, where we make original levels for people to compete on.
Oh, I missed the heart.
Again,
It's
this is-
over.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, your coats.
And the special thing about tournament levels too, as you will see, is the inclusion of multiple hearts.
Yeah, it's usually a standard for creators to only put one heart on their level. It's kind of the so-called get out of jail free card. Although you do have to carry it to the end to get the full scoring. But you're putting multiple hearts here for extra scoring reasons. Since every subsequent heart you get after the first one adds 1 point to your score on the main game. I don't know how it works on the competitive patch.
It's very similar.
It's something
The
like
hearts,
that.
when you're holding on to them, are worth 1 point. If you lose a heart, like if you get hit with heart or hearts plural, they count for half a point. But only the ones that you lost. If you pick up more after that, they're still worth 1 if you carry everybody out.
It's worth noting that you may notice that some of these bullets are a little bit fast, just a touch.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, you were aura farming in this level. You were actually aura.
well, this is like the aura farming album. Shouts to Revenge Seekers by Jane Remover.
For real.
Shout out to Jane Remover.
Fantastic album. If you've seen the photo set for this album, like
Yup.
you'd
Yeah.
like agree with me. She's like aura farming to hell and back.
Especially with that album cover that isn't the actual album cover.
True.
Can we talk about the different tier difficulties? Because we saw someone question in the chat about why this is tier 2 difficulty.
So we split sound off levels into 3 main tiers. The first set is tier 1s, which is like baseline advanced. Tier 2 is a little harder than that. Goes into more expert territory. A little uncomfortable stuff that's a little uncomfortable for people who are just starting out with harder levels. And then tier 3 is the hard stuff, and we will see a couple of those later.
Yeah, maybe it's not as obvious to people that are not acquainted with the game, but we have been going up progressively in terms of difficulty. We have this thing in the community, this is like tangent to what Asher was talking about, but we do have the list in the community, which is this little spreadsheet that we have where we just rank up every single level that we consider to be of high quality and give it a point value for people to get those points when they beat the level.
Yeah. Also, like the filter game on this one goes crazy. I have no bias in this.
No, okay, you have no bias. Listen, you may be biased. I can talk about it from experience. You did a lot of things that I would have done if I made a level. If I had made a level to this first.
Yeah.
Snack just said, after this showcase, we're adding Spin's Wheel Mirror to the list as celebration.
No.
What do you think about that?
Damn, I wish I could have gotten runs like this last sound off, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty. That's pretty good. It's pretty respectable for sure.
Alright.
All right. what are
Well,
we
on the
moving
topic
to
of
now?
sound off,
Oh yeah, it's another sound off level actually.
I think we have a
True.
very much a disclaimer for a certain part of this level before we get into it.
Yeah. We'll put forward a bit of a flashing lights warning just in general. It's very colorful and this is another tournament level. This one was for fall 2024, which was the second most recent one. That set's probably like my favorite set of originals, if I'm being honest. And this is one of the reasons why this is probably like the only level in the. No, it's not the only level in the set I've beaten, but it's the hardest I've beaten. it's got a lot of strange. It's got a lot of like strange, kind of unintuitive gameplay, and like, and it's flashy, but like it's a lot of fun when you get a hold of it.
One other thing to note, this is actually one of 3 levels that I had not beaten prior to us making the list.
Really?
Yes.
So, people who have been keeping track of my completions may have noticed I have never actually beaten this level, but I have. I lied.
You've lied to us for fun. That's crazy.
Yeah, I beat
How
it.
would you do that?
Yeah, I pretty much, there are 3 levels, this is the first one, but I beat them just for this. And I miss a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's over. It's actually over.
It is pretty easy to miss hugs sometimes. Especially with the quote-unquote mechanic, because I don't really think it's a technical mechanic, called flicking, where you just phase through the hitbox of a bullet, and because you're moving so fast, you just don't get hit.
Yeah, you just like fling your mouse in a direction, and like sometimes you'll just brush by a hitbox and it works. It's just one of the things about this being like a mouse controlled game, is that you can like just sort of like that. I believe like another game that's kind of similar called Hyperdot like limits your mouse speed for like what I have to assume is basically this reason. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a small period of time in early access when being the creator of the wonderful Soundodger games tried to patch out flicking, and then all that did was actually break everything even worse. So it would just start counting hits for things that weren't.
Oh my god, I
you couldn't
remember
use
that.
the zip power up properly for the longest time.
It's part of the game's magic.
We had like a whole discussion over that. It was like civil war over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, does anyone want to talk about like Pataya's like general like level creating style?
I can, but I don't know how to put it into words because I really love Pataya's style. It's super different from like basically every other style. It's very twisty, as I'm sure you're able to tell. It's super like nauseating in like only a loving way. You know what I mean?
Disorienting is probably
It's disorienting. How's that?
Yeah,
That's better.
It's
I really love his style so much. It's really good.
yeah. He's a very idiosyncratic creator. I guess that's the word. Very like rough around the edges, but like still put together with like so much intent that it's like it's hard not to like, you know.
Yeah, this also this ending, by the way, very route heavy, very confusing. I don't think I've ever actually successfully done it once.
You have to spend a lot of time practicing it to
It's a lot of
really
work.
get in the rhythm
It's a
of
lot
it.
of work.
John L should have been in here from a chatter. That's a well-known one in the community.
I'm sad.
Why would we like show that level to people who have never seen this game before?
All right.
Think about that.
First impressions matter.
Well, I was talking about levels that I didn't beat before deciding the list. This would be the second one. Here we have Any Window in the World by Vita.
Any Window in the World. This is cool. I have seen this level maybe once, so I'm gonna leave the commentary to y'all.
Okay. Let's talk about Vita's like level creation style. You'll see like, oh god, it's very Vita's level style. They make super intricate stuff that requires like really specific routes to figure out, but once you do, it just all like flows together really well. Like,
That is one of the most impossible heart grabs ever, by the way.
Yeah, the thing is kind of wild.
it's pretty messed up for them to do that to you.
Again, the difficulty is ramping up.
Oh yeah. By now we're definitely getting very difficult with the levels here.
This level is like a 5-pointer on the list, which like its sole saving grace is that it's short. I feel like a level like this would be like 6 or 7 points if it was like if it was like a full length one. What? Oh my god, no. That's yeah.
Unfortunate.
It's tragic.
Owned by the big hugs. Oh yeah, that is another type of bullet we haven't mentioned. It's hugs, except you have to, as you can see, you have to stay on them for a specific amount of time for it to count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that amount of time can be set by the level creator, so it can be basically instant or it can take you a year.
Wave said this is an April Fool's level, by the way. That is true.
This wasn't
I
an April
forgot
Fool's
about
level, but the level is no April Fool. It is really good.
What do you mean it was an April Fool?
I think it was mostly that because I think like Vita is like a staunch Linux user.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right.
Were my Linux users not me? I don't use.
Nah, man.
I don't use Linux because like it makes everything I want to do on my computer a pain in the ass because I make music and Linux makes using DAWs a pain in the ass. So all respect in the world to Linux users. You guys are right, but you know, I go on without me. 3-hit on that is like pretty good.
Yeah, it's
gotta
great.
be said.
So, what is the requirement to clear a song on the list? Yeah, as other people have mentioned, it's usually, you know, not getting hit and grabbing every single heart. Although there are levels where this is not the case. Like there are a couple of exceptions, and that really only depends on the way the creator wants to, you know, use hearts as a gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of levels where like the objective is to avoid the heart, since there are so many of them.
Yeah, those are mostly aimless though. But
Yeah.
Hey,
Those are from
let's do more sound off levels.
Yep.
Yeah, moving on.
speaking of hearts,
From the same set as the last one we just saw.
yeah, Motor Spirit is like maybe one of my favorite levels of all time. This got like the creation of this was pretty crazy because I think Jan, the creator of this, just started this on his own, and then we needed like someone to replace someone who was making something for tier 2 that had to back out because they just weren't feeling the motivation. So he had this stashed with basically like a minute and a half done, and made the rest in like a couple months. But this is Motor Spirit. It's one of the hardest things in tier 2 because it's long and it requires just a lot out of you.
This level is fire colored. Yes. Yeah.
Very similar to the album cover that the
Yeah,
level
like
comes
and
from,
the album themes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. This is a great color scheme. Also, song slaps.
This song absolutely slaps.
Absolutely slaps. Hey, Jinx.
It doesn't slap on.
I will say it's not the full song. It's about 5 minutes of it. I don't know how long.
Yeah,
the full song is.
It's like 8 minutes long.
Yeah, there's a hard cap on tournament levels to 6 minutes because we have a schedule to keep. So
As we have a schedule to keep here.
There is no limit to the length of the levels you want to make. I did make a level that was like 15 minutes long.
We have a couple of hour-long levels in a few actually in Soundodger Plus.
and a couple like 15-20 minute marathons, but nothing quite in the hour-long range yet.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Skype Esports, it's time.
This part is so cool, but like it's also so hard. Like the little spirals that you have to go through really fast. Coming out of this big hug and then grabbing like the rest of it later. It's pretty cool. You might notice that we are halfway through this tournament level, where supposedly the super special thing about them is that there are multiple hearts, and you have not seen a heart yet. This level has a very fun way of like arranging all of its hearts, which you'll see in a moment as we get into the last couple minutes here.
Yeah, normally when we're making the sound off levels, we try to space hearts out in a way where they're usually pretty even throughout the level, so you have chances to recover your health and not die. You will just see if he did just pick up the first one there. And we're 3 or 4 minutes in at this point.
Yeah, we're very far in.
Yeah, it's a super cool dynamic for tournaments too, because to
Objective, survive, is basically what it is here.
yeah, you have to like play like you have to like survive like 3 minutes on like some of like the toughest tier 2 material that we've put in the pool.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is probably the hardest one in the level, in my opinion.
that's what happens most of the time when I go for that. Like I get it, and then I get nailed by that bubble stream.
Yeah, if you do end up surviving the first 3-ish minutes, though, you do get rewarded with the 4 hearts to pick
Right.
up here. So for a tournament standpoint, it really is objective survive.
I mean, yeah, you get filtered out.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, this song slaps, by the way. It doesn't slap on Spotify anymore because they took
Yeah, they
all
took
their
everything
songs
down.
off. which honestly, like,
Extremely valid.
good for them.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You should buy King Gizzard's music because it's very, very good. What was that?
4-hit run.
Hit?
Yeah, very respectable.
Very good considering that the difficulty is still just ramping up at this point. We are not slowing down at all here.
Yeah, my wrist is
and in
already
fact, what's
getting tired here. Pray for me.
With what we have next, too, yeah, we're definitely not getting any easier.
Oh, this is a fun one. We got some interesting names here, but we got Reach Up Don't Stop by Evil Gang, Imp Emoji, and Geek Gaming.
The 4 creators involved with this, Evil Gang is D4 and Celsi, who you saw both of last time. And then Geek Gaming is myself and Iffy. Obviously, Iffy showcased last time. I'm new here. Hello. So, this is a level that was finished very quickly. It took only a few days.
Yeah.
We didn't have like a 2-year hiatus or something of the sort. Don't know what you mean.
Just a very prehensive. This song slaps.
Absolutely, yeah. Bauer, very, very good artist. Like, not just for Harlem Shake.
Yes, it is the Harlem
Dude
Shake
makes
guy.
some good stuff. Dude makes some very, very good stuff. And
His name is Harlem Shake Guy.
this is also another level that kind of picks up with the speed of things here, especially with this part. Stuff is flying by right now. And most of it, if you're in the right spot, it's not really gonna brush you. But if you are in the wrong place for just a quarter of a second too long, bye. You're getting hit.
I think I've mentioned this before, but this level could easily be shown off like in the DJ set, like the screen. You know when DJs are doing their sets and they have like their screen on the back with like visuals and whatever. You can put that in there, and you can put this level in there, and it will make perfect sense.
Yeah, we did really. This could totally be a visualizer with the way that we made it.
Especially this upcoming part where I recreate the album cover with just text effects here.
That's sick.
Reference.
Those who know.
This is a new part, right? This is your part.
Yeah, this is Iffy now.
Yeah, this is me.
God, if you are so good at deco lasers.
you can kind of see we didn't exactly follow a strict theme, all four of us, with it. You can kind of see where we all switched off. And also, I wasn't initially supposed to be on this level, but, you know, we finished it very quickly, so...
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be Evil Gang featuring Iffy, and it morphed into Evil Gang and Geek Gaming.
Yeah, it was... in case the joke wasn't obvious, this level took, like, a year and a half to get finished. So...
Yeah, it was a super long time.
Mostly of my own doing.
Yeah, I ended up taking some of the parts that you were going to do just to lessen your workload, which in the end was probably a good idea because I went off on this.
You did.
During a period of time where I had no motivation to make anything, by the way. So the fact that this turned out at all is kind of a miracle.
Yeah.
And we're about to get into the D4's part.
3 hours or 3 years?
Yeah.
D4's part...
This
I
part
will
is
say,
crazy.
Photosensitivity warning.
And yeah, this part is
So
crazy.
If you're sensitive to flashing lights, now's the time to just look away for a bit. Dude made the tunnel.
Is that what we're calling it?
I mean, it is a tunnel for those spinning parts, at least.
So the arena is just like invisible, and you have just these like, yeah, the arena and the enemies are invisible, and you have just like the lasers aiming up and down to like just make this super cool like tunnel effect.
Yeah, and each of us kind of have our own ways of indicating where the arena border is for the section in question, because you can't see it for the whole level. And then we have that funny little bullet marker at the end was going to be my only contribution to this level for a little bit of time. And I only put it there because the level was taking a little while to get finished. But yeah, it's reach up, don't stop. I mean, obviously I have a little bit of bias here, but it's just a really fun and really visually appealing level to go through.
Alright, I think I know what we have next. Yup. This one might be familiar to some people. We got Crystallized by Zodecoder.
Yet another Sound Off original, by the way.
Yeah, this is our fourth and final sound off level of the showcase. This was made by this was made by Zodecoder, who's a sort of a new arrival to the relatively new arrival to this Soundodger community, but they've been like making a lot of waves in just in the playing field. I believe they have the second or third most points on the list right now, but Veil is signaling to me that he's second.
Second, yeah.
Mass said in the chat, this game is good for all genres of music, but you can never stray away from the classic.
Oh yeah.
Which, yeah.
Camellia, definitely a classic of this game.
Yeah, y'all all recognize this one.
Yeah, you guys did Blenderman last year, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did Final Blenderman Appeared by Camellia last showcase, and that was also.
That's a hit.
It's the same boat, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super fast paced. Really solid visuals, I think.
Visually incredible.
Yeah.
Zodi's filter work is just out of this world.
Yeah, this is like the yeah, he made this like immediately just after he got invited to do a sound off level.
This was the first level done, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like he knew immediately what to do, and he delivered, and like I can't complain about that.
I respect it. And I envy it, because I wish I could be like that.
Yes.
Oh, I can't see.
Yeah, flashbang gif.
That's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, this level does a pretty good job of mixing slower, more precise gameplay with faster, you gotta hurry gameplay. Which very fitting for the different sections of the song too, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of things about this level that make it really help to be fun to play. Just like the sort of like simpler, like broader patterns that are used for the super fast parts just help a lot with making it feel really fun, and the slow parts for contrast are really nice too. It's not just about like making something like stupid fast and like hoping people who play hard levels are like going to be committed enough to beat it. Like there's just a lot of really good design going on here too.
Yeah, no, there's care put into these levels. Like if you just do random BS go, it's not going to turn out as fun, and it's just really more of a grind to do it than an actual experience, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like this level is hard as hell, but like for like the psychos who are like willing to clear levels this hard, it
is an experience, and for all the people that have beaten it, I think they can say a good one.
Yeah,
it is very good.
It's more approachable than you think too. So
I haven't beat anything harder than a 3-pointer, so I'll just take your word for it.
I haven't beaten anything harder than like a 0.05, so like, you're fine.
My hardest is like, well, DNA Love is my hardest, but I want to work on Motor Spirit, so we're all getting there.
Very respectable run.
Positive score.
Really good.
Very good considering that we're in insane territory here.
A 3-hit on that run is like crazy. Like I could not manage like any less than like a 15 hit against you.
Here we got Uberbot activated by a refreshing fire crumb, one of our community's cryptids.
This dude dropped this level and then disappeared. Nobody has heard from this guy since.
Oh, good start.
Which, a great shame considering this guy's levels are just different. Like, Firechrome knows something that all of us don't about making levels.
Yeah,
It's kind of true.
yeah. So, sometimes someone in the community just like comes along and makes something really cool that just makes it really clear that they think about this game like completely differently than how anyone else in the universe thinks about it. And this is proof. This is something from the Inscription soundtrack, I believe.
Yep.
Great game. Play it if you have not before. But also, again, sort of a testament to just sort of like the weird stuff we make levels with.
Yeah, you can really like see how. I hope you've been able to see this throughout this showcase, but it's really interesting to see how different creators.
Oh no!
It's very interesting to see how different creators take different approaches to like just game design, level design. There are a lot of possibilities in this game, and I think that it just lets the creators shine with their own personal style, personal touch.
This level does a lot of cool stuff with like standstill homings. Again, just as a refresher, the hitboxes for those are on the tip, and they usually chase you down. But if you make them stand still, then they just
look at you.
Yeah, they still like turn to face you, but there is also like a little bit of delay, and you can use that to like really cool effect here. And there's also another part that does it. We'll see later.
I mean, there's so many mechanics to talk about in this level. It's like you can't possibly get to all of them.
That's why I say this guy knows something we don't. The amount of mechanics that have like barely been seen before here too. Like it's not just stuff like that; it's stuff we've never seen.
Yeah, no, straight up. There's some stuff in here that in this level that we just have even still. It's like, how was that done?
I think one of the parts
there's an upcoming part. There's an upcoming part that I'm talking about, but. There's a part earlier where there were a whole bunch. There were like huge domes moving around, so that you actually had like a giant wall.
We don't know how that's done. We just know.
That.
It's one of the coolest parts in just any level ever.
Yeah, this sort of goes back to like I'm transmitting tonight. I believe this was before.
This was before, yeah.
I'm transmitting tonight, but it's a similar idea. Pretty cool. Another design philosophy with this level specifically was like only transparent. Oh, this is the part we were talking about.
We don't know how this works.
Yeah.
This has been studied by so many people, but we don't know how this
basically
works.
we have these 4 blue big hugs here that are disappearing and reappearing using like time warp and survive rewind, and somehow it is a mechanic where if you sit in a big hug while it's being reverse time warped and then move out of it, you're still technically collecting it even though you're not. It's wild.
Yeah, the fact that it just like is instantly going on and off screen with a time warp value that I believe is 5, which is very
really
low
cool.
for something like that.
And then speaking of really cool standstill homing stuff, oh, this part's so good.
This is where knowing the hitboxes is really important.
God, I love this level. It's so good.
This
Yeah,
level
I
is
mean, with all this like transparent bullets, which is also another thing that we didn't even have time to talk about because there was so much going on.
Yeah.
Transparent bullets, no linears, that kind of thing. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Like it's a really interesting set of like restrictions.
So we can stay on schedule, we should probably just get
let's just
right to
move
the
on.
next level.
So we have the 3rd level that I secretly beat and did not have beaten before this. So let's go. Odyssey by Lenti.
And one of the most just insane, awesome levels ever made. This thing is truly just a masterpiece.
Yeah. Lenti, another creator, known for her, I think, her use of just really intricate patterns that you have to like take really specific routes to get through.
Yeah, there is no shortage of moving parts throughout this level.
Oh,
and
yeah.
very slow moving ones too.
It's a huge like routing challenge.
Yeah.
As compared to some of the much faster stuff that we've just seen, like Crystallized, Dancing with Your Eyes Closed, that kind of thing.
Also song, rival consoles. Just good in general.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, you can make, again, like, the versatility of this game allows for creators to just make any difficulty they choose. Like, it's not really bound to any characteristics. And what I mean by this is that, you can make a very hard level and just have it be very slow and methodical. And you can make a faster level that is easy. Like, there really is no, like, correlation. And also the song, I also love to talk about this. One of the hardest levels in the game is it uses a Clayrov song.
Yeah.
White Flag.
Shout out White Flag.
Like another one like uses like the sort of like ambient house song. Shout out to Sunswell by Middle Thought.
Yep.
Another. Let me pull up the list just so I can see.
We could talk about one in a little bit.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Actually, we might talk about more than just one in a little bit. I think all 3 of these could fall under that umbrella.
Yeah. One of them is by like. One of them is like a super old, like 80s K-pop song that like none of us can find the original recording of.
Oh yeah.
Where do you even find that? Like,
We're gonna have to hit up Leon for that. They've got the eclectic.
gotta get Irium at the meetup next year.
The one that's currently highest on the list right now is a Caro Caro Bonito song.
Yep.
Yep. Only acting is the hardest.
I mean, I feel like with the way that song is, though, that's kind of fitting.
True, but it's very funny to say to people the hardest Soundodger 2 level is a Caro Caro Bonito song.
Yeah.
Yep, it's Flamingo. You guessed it.
I want to see that. Oh, you might have to search it on your own. We're not subjecting Iffy to that pain.
Yeah, and also we're probably not going to have the time to get to that one here, unfortunately.
Maybe we'll make you play it next time.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Remember, he knows where I live.
Yeah, I really, in this level particularly, I'm really like a huge fan of. This is something that Lenti does a lot in her levels, just like the amount of decoration bullets on the outside, making like all sorts of weird, kind of trippy visuals at points. I always loved like the laser thing that happened earlier on the outside, where all the lasers are like slowly rotating. It's very cool. It's very cool.
There's just so many details about this level that are worth mentioning, to the point where we'd have to play this like 5 times to highlight them all.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on, but all of it is gorgeous.
I have no choice but to be mesmerized by it, honestly.
Valid.
I'm just sort of like looking. I'm hanging out.
Yeah, this level went from one that I saw was released but went under the radar for me because I just wasn't really looking at levels at the time, to holy shit, this is awesome.
That's how it went for me also. Alright, I believe with that we are moving into the final 3.
We are.
That was a 3-hit? What?
That was a 3-hit, yeah.
What is my problem?
We're moving into the 9-point section. We put 3 of them in this year, which the 9-pointers are kind of our top of the top, and the next one, not a song that you would expect to be a 9-pointer.
Minecraft,
And
the Nether.
Minecraft reference. I'm not saying it.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Shit.
So, Concrete Halls, yeah, this is similar to Naked that Hangy did earlier. This is a part of my level pack from earlier this year. I had 5 total levels by me and a couple friends, one of them being Iffy, that put some levels together and released for everyone to enjoy, or in the case of Concrete Halls, suffer through. Because this is a 4-minute long roller coaster of a level, where the beginning and the end are kind of slow but very, very scary, and then the middle section, which we'll get to soon, is just a maze. I don't really know how much I have to say about this level, because this doesn't really do anything unique, I would argue, other than the fact that it only utilizes the center enemy. I just kind of got the idea for this level on a car ride and put it together in a couple weeks after that. And I think it's one of my best levels I've released, so all of my good levels are when I'm on time crunches, apparently.
that is how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it does to you. That's why we all wait until the last week to do anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Much to the dismay of our friend and the contest head honcho Manic Volcanic.
I made plasma like the last 3 days of the time period we had.
The random collabs that we just did, we only had one team submit for like the first 5.5 weeks. No one else submitted until like the last 3 days. And at this point, we are approaching where the level really just kind of stands out. This labyrinth.
We're approaching the sound barrier.
The sound barrier, yeah. This is a scary, scary labyrinth where the gaps between bubbles are basically exactly the size of the player with very little room to mess up. It is a test of how precise you can be.
Yeah, and as expected, my arm is giving out right now, so this is rough.
Yeah, doing this with a hurting or shaky arm is basically impossible. Yeah, I feel like I don't really have more to talk about on my end with this, other than I'm really proud of how this one came out, and we got Minecraft soundtrack as a 9-pointer. So that's something to ponder for sure.
I like the contrast between this and Odyssey. Odyssey is also like routing heavy, whereas but it's more. It feels more angular to me, whereas this is a lot more circular. Again, the only enemy that is used is the center enemy in this level, really. So it's just basically all the bullets that can actually hurt you are coming from just the center of the arena.
Yeah, like the only use of outside enemies is just lasers that can't even touch you at all.
Yeah.
So everything tangible is coming from the exact center.
From the center of the arena, which is like normally in most levels is like the safest spot. You know, it's away from most of the danger.
Yeah,
But
it forces you into some uncomfortable spots here where
Yeah.
you don't normally play in levels.
So maybe in that regard, it makes this level sort of like the closest thing to like a purist bullet hell that we have here.
I suppose so, actually, yeah. And we should probably shut up for a few seconds at the ending here, because something very funny happens. And if he needs all the time he can get to react to it.
We're entering serious mode.
There we go.
Watch out for gas.
solid, nicely done.
That is a very easy ending to get hit on.
It's easy to like forget exactly when it happens.
Yeah, it is. You
All
can
right.
tell where the hard parts are.
Yeah, we're gonna keep chugging along, but we got some more Stardew.
We do have more Stardew, and this is the final level in the Stardew pack, also the hardest by a damned mile.
Yeah.
Summit Celebration really is like the perfect way to end off a 40 level pack too, especially with the significance of the song in the game. For any fellow Stardew Valley players in chat, you probably know where this comes from. For any of you a little unfamiliar, the summit is like the final place in the game. Once you've 100%ed everything, that's the final area that you can unlock. Basically is a testament to all the work that you've put in for all the hours. So
we thought, let's make like a bullshit impossible level to it.
to celebrate all the hours that we
Oh, that's
put
off.
in.
That's
Yeah.
off.
And to
And all
celebrate all the hours that you will put into beating it.
Yeah, because in order to even unlock this level, which is something we didn't talk about level unlocks at all, but you have to get a score on every other level or every other track in the pack, which is 39 other levels that you have to not shatter on. So it really is a fair amount of work to even be able to see this thing.
We also had like a bunch of people create this level because we were making the Stardew pack at the same time that we were doing a Stardew playthrough ourselves.
Yeah,
And so
Which
we were
was sort of
trying to
the thing.
get like as many people as possible who were playing Stardew Valley with us to actually work on this level. So yeah, this is made by like 10 people, I want to say.
Yeah, it's 10 of us. To go through the whole list, we have you, Hangy, Celsi, the fourth color, who also just goes by Angela now, myself, D4, Dawn, Vivian, Mello, Azure, and Iffy.
Yeah, and we're on Vivian's part right now. This is just like a wild arrangement of like
This is like a balloons.
bubbles and random lasers that like somehow just kind of works.
This
Yeah,
reminds
it's
me,
cohesive.
this reminds me of balloons a lot. I like that part a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, and this is Mello's part. It's wacky.
Mello, notably creator of very hard things. The aforementioned white flag was made by Mello.
Yeah.
Mello makes also just like super precise things too. Here's
Yeah.
my part. You know how the tips of bullets are the only part you can get hit on? I'm taking advantage of that fact to create like little like rows of bullets that you can go through, but you have to go through blind.
Yeah, that part was probably the most edited part because my god, it was
It was also
the biggest difficulty jump in the level.
it was also like really last minute too.
Yeah. This is why we play tests. And of course the final part being Iffy's.
It's
Except for this heart grab,
Supposedly-
I did not condone that. They did that without my permission.
That was worth it though.
I think like I had the idea. I think like I had the idea to just put that there. Just
It was a good idea.
it was fantastic.
Alright, we are running low on time, so we're gonna go right to our final level, and here we go.
Which will put us basically right on time. Tiny bit over.
If you're a Kirby fan, you might know this one.
You might. Also, another song that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be. I think. What is this? Is this 4th or 5th hardest? Or is this higher than that? I am opening list 2.0.
It's something like that, yeah.
This is like at least in like top 6 or 7.
It's top something within 5. I just don't know exactly what. It is the 4th hardest, yeah.
4th hardest level
on the list.
On the list, yeah. So we're really bumping up the difficulty here.
And this level has it all. It has the precision of something like Concrete Halls. Maybe not to the extent of Concrete Halls, but like also very fast-paced gameplay of something like Crystallized, which you'll see later.
I love how the single note in our like spreadsheet says Sectonia about to beat my ass.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's everything. That's the only thing that's written about this level.
I mean, I feel like the level speaks for itself mostly, and I think if there's one thing that I want to bring up, like specifically, it is something that we haven't at least talked about with the others, that we saw it in Visitor to the Unknown, is the enemy layout specifically. It has only 5 enemies that it uses, and they're all bunched right next to each other. Normally, if you just make a 5 enemy level, it's going to spread all 5 evenly throughout the arena, but something that you can do is exclude enemies within the arena, so you can just have like a very select few enemies from a wider range using a level. So this, I don't know what the exact number is, but it could be something like 24 enemies, but it's only using 5 of those 24 the whole time, just to create patterns that are very, very like precisely made, because you have a constraint to only use those 5 enemies.
It feels kind of like, I think like the effect too is like, it feels more sort of like direct that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like the feeling I get is like sort of more akin to like a traditional like track-based rhythm game where you have like notes coming down at you and you have to hit them in time.
Yeah, it is very akin to that.
Yeah. This part's sort of like that, but you also have some parts that are like a lot wilder.
Such as
now.
Oh, I wonder what you're referencing.
Song slaps, by the way, it has to be said.
Oh, absolutely.
This is another one of those cases where it's like jazz for like the 4th hardest level in the game.
Not a song that you would expect to be
Why not?
a level worth 9.5, which is almost as hard as it gets.
Yeah, but like also like all the dynamic changes like within the context of the level, they fit like perfectly, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You've got this like grid of bubbles that you're stopped around. This is sort of like where the whole like traditional rhythm game metaphor falls apart.
No, this is a cool part though.
Next part is really sick.
Oh god. This part scares me so much.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
how you
difficult.
do this.
And he just made it look easy.
Sure,
Come
man.
on.
And this
Oh,
part
how could you?
this part scares me too, because like it's not like that stringent. You're just moving through like arrows with like small hitboxes, but they're going like so fast that you can't tell like exactly when you're supposed to go through it. I don't know how you do it.
I mean, unless you're memorizing like pixel perfect movements, there's a little luck involved.
God, that big hook grab.
I think my mouse like actually gave out for a second there. Like I think that was like technological error there.
That was an issue. Yeah.
But
Listen, you didn't get hit, and that's all. That matters.
True.
Never punished. Never
Never
punished.
punished.
Oh yeah,
Merry
and this
Christmas,
is
Miss Blanchard.
and this is a
Merry
Secret Santa
Christmas.
level too.
Merry Christmas,
Arrow
everybody.
just drops like
Merry Christmas. Christmas in July.
Christmas
Okay,
in
before
July,
July
baby.
ends, anybody want a Panasonic Blu-ray for $99?
God. And that's the run.
Yeah, we are done.
That's everything.
Whew. Did I get like a 6 hit on like all the last 5 levels or something?
Yeah, I think
You did, yeah.
That's awesome.
Consistency. Yeah, we're already a little bit over time as it is, so if we have any closing thoughts, should probably get those out of the way.
Wait, I have a close.
Soundodger
I'm gonna
2 is
type it in.
available.
I'm gonna type it in the chat though.
Soundodger 2 is available on Steam.
Soundodger 2 is available on Steam. That is right. If this looks even remotely interesting to you,
I
feel
typed
free to
the
give it a try.
Discord link and got banned. That's awesome.
There you
Oh
go.
no.
Well, that's the
Hold
link.
on, post it in the runner's chat.
Discord.gg/Soundodger.
Post it in the runner's
and
chat.
I'll post it in Twitch.
Okay. But yeah, we do have a community Discord, so if you are interested in joining that and checking us out, that will be in chat shortly, where you can see more of us and everyone else in the community. Other than that, I don't think we have anything else to say all here. If you got anything?
I am tired.
All right.
Alright, yep.
Well, I think that'll be it for us. So we appreciate you guys all tuning in and watching our niche community levels. So hopefully you enjoyed. And we hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the streams later.
Take care, y'all.
Take care.
And thank you for the great showcase once again. It was nice having you another year, and I hope to see you again next year.
You know it.
We hope to be back next year. Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir. All right. Up next, we have Wolsk, Swotes, Random Kenny, and Kolohe doing a little showcase of GTFO Protocol 1. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned.